Why do some traders seems to know where price is actually going? It's no luck. This is it. So here's my full breakdown on BTC and what I expect price will do next week. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to have clear understanding about market structure. You'll be able to read structure like professional traders, and you will not be predicting the market anymore. So this is what to expect at the end of this video. You'll be reacting to market instead of predicting it. So let's get into it. So if you trade structures like me, I start my analysis in the higher time frame, combining my external and internal structures. So without wasting much of time, let me go to the higher time frame. I mostly use weekly, monthly, and then daily for my external structures. So if this is your first time trading a fair, let's say this BTC USD or any other fair, you have to see what price has been doing for the higher time frame, right? You have to know the overall time frame before you even scale down. You don't even have to touch 4 hour or 3 hours. You first need to finish with higher time frame. How do we know that? You see, we identify our recent swing structures. After price broke this high, right? Price, you should retrace back to this range before we continue. But what did price did? Price has not retraced all the way to any other block because it doesn't need to do that. It only needs liquidity to continue pushing up. So identify this high now. Since we got another breakup structure, that means we don't expect price to come back all the way to this thing until price shifted structure from the monthly time frame. So you understand? So we have this breakup structure, and then had it been there's no breakup structure, let's say price come and respect this other block. So we expect this to be a liquidity because this one will be what? A weak swing high. Any swing high that failed to do its job by breaking structure to the upside, this is the job of a strong swing low. If it fails to do that, it automatically become an inducement. Sure you guys understand this, right? So let's move on. So after if you trade structure, you know that structure and liquidity are not something different. Yes, they're something like you can say they're the same because one drives the other. So structures and liquidity are best friends. So you need to know that. So after price broke structure, it will give it full back to give you this as liquidity. Why do I say this is a liquidity? Because it take the high it come from. This is the high that this low come from. So it's a liquidity. I did a video about how to identify liquidity. You can check it there. So let me mark it as liquidity, sorry. So this is my liquidity, right? Price should come back to a demand zone. Price has never taken any liquidity in the monthly time frame, which we know is going to be the target. Price should take our liquidity. And we have a nearest point of interest, which is what? This breakout block that we expect price to pull into before we continue, because we know already it's bullish in the weekly time frame, right? Why do I mark this as an order block, as a breakout block? Because it broke structure to the downside. There are three criteria. This one met only one of the three criteria for a perfect breakup block, right? But it's still a valid breakup block. So I'm done with higher time frame. Now I'm going to move with the lower time frame. So if I go to the daily time frame, now I'm done with the high time frame. I know what daily time frame, weekly time frame, monthly time frame is telling me. So I'm going to clean this. I don't need all those things, right? So I go to the weekly time frame. I know in the monthly time frame, I need what? I needed liquidity. Price should take liquidity. Why is that my liquidity? Is this low, right? This is my monthly target for price to sweep this liquidity before we continue pushing up. So if we look at the daily time frame, what price has been doing is price was bullish in the daily time frame and now it shifted bearish. How do we know it's bearish? If we look closely like this, you see, price after price give us this breakup structure, give us another this breakup structure to the upside. If we have breakup structure to the upside, we should be like looking forward continuation. We have to combine structure with liquidity, and price give you this as your what? Liquidity, right? So we expect price to pull into this range, use this breaker block, and continue pushing up. Why do I mark this also as a breaker block? Because it made two of my criteria as a what? A perfect breaker block. It broke structure to the downside. That's one. And then it has liquidity. That liquidity has never mitigated that zone. So that means this is a very perfect place for price to come, for you to look for what? Sales. So you see, price has never touched that zone. I will be looking for sales there because this is a perfect order block. It swept liquidity. Actually, this one met two of my criteria. It swept liquidity and then broke structure and then it has liquidity. That is the only thing you want to see on an order block before you take a buy. What do price do? Price did not sell. It broke above it. So if you understand time frame, anytime price is bearish, sometimes price don't tends to come back to the order block. It use breaker blocks to continue selling down, right? What does that tell you? That tell you that all of these zones that price has not used, all of these order block that price has not used, is going to use them later for what correction move. So when price shifted structure, these order blocks, they're going to use to what? To correct this impulsive move. All of these untouched zones, price will use them to what? To continue pushing up. It will use all of those zones as a what? As corrective move zones. Price will use them because it has never used them when it was buying, right? So let me continue, guys. This is not really what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you how to be a professional trader in 10 minutes. Maybe I can do that. So we expect price to come back and use that. But price come and it did not use it. It just broke above it. What does that tell you? It turns it to what? It should be a spot level to buy. Now price has violated it. So already it was a zone to sell price. It didn't hold. Now it will turn this to order block. It did not hold. Now price also broke above it. That what does that tell you? It's gonna use it as the opposite. And you see, price use it to continue selling down. Can you see? And that zone, that order breaker block is aligned with a 4-hour order block. Let me show you. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, that zone that I marked, it's aligned with a 4-hour order block. Can you see? Can you see? It's aligned with this 4-hour order block. It's aligned with this 4-hour order block. So that means that our zone, price will eventually use it to what? To sell price, right? So you see, price broke this low by breaking structure because already we shifted bearish. Price has been giving us what? Break of structure to downside, break of structure, and now price broke this low. Price broke this low, pull to give us this as liquidity. And then price is selling from that our breaker block. I talked about how this we got that breaker block. You see, price was reacting from there. That means after impulsive move that caused to break this low, now what do you expect? A correction move, then we expect another impulsive move. Are we going to expect correction move in anywhere? No. We're going to expect it at a zone that price has not used. So we'll look at the previous price action. We have an order block right here. Price has never tested this order block when it was buying. Can you see, guys? See? Has never used it when it was buying. So it's going to use it as a what? Corrective move. So you see, after we have the impulsive move that broke structure, that broke this low, it tapped into this, we have corrective move. Now we have another impulsive move. And what is the target of impulsive move? For price to what? To take out the next low. Because we're bearish. So our target is what? This swing low. So price broke this one, and then price broke this low. Our order block low. That means we have multiple breakup structures. Can you guys see? And then price full to give you this as your single candle inducement. It's also types of liquidity. If you guys don't know that, inducement is one of the types of liquidity I mostly use. So, and then price use that our zone as a breakup block to sell. Do you guys understand? And that led to what? To new impulsive move. And that new impulsive move caused break of structure to the downside. What does that tell you? Our monthly time frame, we are bearish, we are bullish. Daily time frame, we are bearish. That means if we consider monthly as our external structure, daily will be our internal structure. So external is bullish. So we have to know what external needed in order to continue, which we know it needed that liquidity to continue, right? But we're not going to follow the external. Just because it's bullish, we're going to trade with the structure we see, which is the internet structure. This is the structure me and you trade. So just because daily is bullish, I will not be looking for buy anywhere. If bearish, my internet structure, which is 4 hour or 1 hour, tell me is bearish, I'm going to be looking for sales. Easy. Until it prove me otherwise. So you see, internet structure is bearish. Internet structure is clearly bearish, which is my daily time frame. Now I'm done with monthly time frame. Now I will consider a daily time frame as my what? As my internet structure. So any candle close above this one, this is why we expect structure shift to happen, right? In the higher time frame, which is our daily time frame. If we go structure shift right here, so we can consider, we say, okay, now weekly doesn't need that liquidity because already daily shifted structure and weekly is already bullish. What do we do? Continue buying. You don't have to predict. So let's continue, guys. So we're not trading, me and you are not trading daily time frame, right? So now I'm going to consider daily time frame as my what? External structures. So you see, anywhere that we have impulsive move, even this one self that we have corrective move. If you look at the previous price action, price was really buying from an order block that has not been tested when this price is going, this order block. You see, price tapped into that zone and give you structure shifts. That's the rule for knowing which is a valid structure shift. It must come from a higher time frame POIs. You cannot just expect price to give you structure shift anywhere. So impulsive move breaks structures to the current direction price wants to go, and then corrective move to correct all of these impulsive move, right? And then we have another impulsive move which broke structure. What do we say this is? It's a corrective move. But how do we know it's a corrective move? We have to go to our correlative time frame. Now we're dealing with only daily time frame. We finish with monthly. We're dealing with daily as our external structure. What will be our internet structure? It's going to be the 4-hour time frame. So if you go to the 4-hour time frame, now we know that external structure, which is our daily time frame, is bearish. So for us to correlate these two time frame, to have align those two time frame, 4-hour should shifted bearish for us to continue. Let me explain. If let's say you go back to the daily time frame, daily time frame is bearish. Before we turn bearish, continue to create a new low, our internet structure must shift it, right? What I said is, we will know that our daily time frame, if we consider that our internet structure is bearish, but our monthly is bullish. But we're not going to be looking for buys just because our monthly is bullish until our internet structure shifted structures. That means by taking this high, we give us a what? A daily market structure shift, right? Until price take out this high. So if you have candle close above this high, we confirm that daily is shifted bullish. That means it's aligned with higher time frame. So let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. Sorry for not for G, for our guys. So 4-hour time frame, we read internet structures in the 4-hour time frame as our what? As our internet structure. So after price has tapped into this higher time frame POI, we expect reversals to come from. And that reversals is a correction move to the what? To the higher time frame. Right? Price shifted structure. I want to rush things off because I don't want to make this video long. So after price broke this structure, we have 2 points of interest that price should at least come back to before we continue buying in the higher time frame, in the what? In our internet structure. But price never gets into any of those. If price really wanted to buy, it will come back and feel imbalance. This is an imbalance because price needs liquidity in order to protect structures, right? After this, price has not taken on any of this liquidity, just keep pushing up. So we don't care about that. We just have to follow what internet is telling us. So by looking at this one, you see we have structures broken to the upside. Price breaking this high and then breaking this high. It gives us a structure, break of structure. That means our internet structure is still bullish. Are we going to be looking for sales just because daily is bullish, is bearish? No. Until we shifted structure to the lower time frame, which is our internet time frame, in the 4-hour time frame. How do we know it's a shifted price is shifted structure? By giving us a structure shift. So to identify our structure shift, we marked our recent break of structure, which is this one. So our break of structure. Then we look at the low. If price take out this low, we have a structure shift in the 4-hour time frame. Right? We're gonna mark it we're going to mark it, let me, 4-hour market structure shift, right? If price close above this with a count-do, we have a 4-hour structure shift. That means it aligns with our high time frame POI, which is our high time frame bias, our higher time frame structure, which is the daily, and daily is bearish. Now 4-hour has shifted bearish, but it has not. Why? Because there's no candle close below this low. Can you see? There's no candle close. It's just the relationship between structure and liquidity. Price swept the liquidity and then tapped into this demand zone. Because I told you guys, price needed liquidity in order to buy. So how can you see, like, how can you rate your experience based on all this short video that I made? You see, you can be able to pinpoint what price has been doing. That's what you should be doing before you even go and look for buys and sales buttons. Yeah. So for some of you that are asking, I don't have Telegram group. I only have X. You can go to my X. I use same name in all my social media for pre-signals and then buyers. I drop everything there on X. You can follow me on X. I use same name in any of my social media. So go and search there. And then for account management is $2,000 minimum for account management. I don't do less than that. I don't do less than that. It's $2,000 minimum. So let's continue, guys. So we know that 4-hour is still bullish. We only look for sales to follow our external structure if internal structure has shifted bearish. The same thing in the monthly time frame. Monthly time frame is bullish, but internal structure, daily is bearish, right? So we have to correlate those two time frame. Do you guys understand? So let's continue. What I was, where is it? Okay, we go back to the daily time frame. So what are we going to do? So internet structure, we are still bullish. Price broke this high to give us a what? A break of structure. That means we confirm that our internet structure, which is the 4-hour time frame, is still bullish. What do we expect? We expect price to come back and we continue buying, right? We expect price to come back and we continue buying. But if we have a candle close above this high, that means we shifted structure in the month in the daily time frame. That means daily and daily and monthly now they have relation. The time frame is correlated, daily and monthly, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to wait because price has just come into this premium order block. We're still bearish in the power and the higher time frame. But are we going to be looking for sales? No, because we don't predict. Me and you are smarter than this. We react to what price is going to do. So what are we going to do now? It's either for price to push and break above this high to invalidate this order block. That means we shift the structure in the daily time frame and we expect price to pull in back into this range to any of our point of interest, and we continue like this breakup block. If there's liquidity there, price will gather liquidity from here and we continue pushing up, right? Or price sell from there and give us structural shift in the 4-hour time frame and we continue selling because 4-hour now is bearish and daily already daily is bearish. It's only monthly is bullish, so we're not going to follow our monthly. We're going to follow our monthly target, which is to take out this liquidity that is there in 50K. Do you guys understand? So now we're done with daily and 4-hour time frame. So we're going to consider now 4-hour as our what? As our external structure. Then we're going to deal with the internal structure. We're going to deal with the internal structure, guys. How are we going to do that? By marking our recent breakup structure. You see, price broke this one, and then we have a breakup block right here. And this is our liquidity, right? So what are we going to do now, me and you as a traders? So if you go to the daily time frame, if price invalidate this zone and price favor us to tap into any of these breakup block and started selling down, we know that already we shifted bullish, right? So if price tapped into this daily breakup block now and shifted bearish, so we're going to be looking for sales on our lower time frame, not per hour, because per hour now is our external structure. For price to pull back into any of this range for us to continue looking for buys. So if we go back to the per hour time frame, If price payable us, break above this high, so shifted structure and tapped into any of these breaker block and continue selling down. If price respect this zone now and shifted structures in the 4 hour, that means daily and 4 hour is bearish. So that's just it. Daily and 4 hour is bearish. So we're gonna be looking for sales. But now internet structure, which is our 4 hour time frame, is bullish. So we don't follow what daily is telling us. So if we see buy structure, we're gonna still buy until it got invalidated. That means until our 4 hour is got shifted, right? So this is how you can read structures. Yeah, this is how you can read structure. You see, now you know what to expect on BTC. So what other affair do you want me to do next? And then don't forget to follow, likes, and share this video with your friends. If you're from TikTok or YouTube, I use same name on all my social medias. So thanks, guys. Bye.